Hi everyone, welcome in our channel. Today we're going to talk about how to mark a carton or box properly when shipping internationally. Before we go ahead, remember to subscribe to our channel and leave a like and a comment if you enjoy the video. Moving forward with our topic, so we said that we're going to talk about the shipping and handling marks that needs to be used when, let's say, sending parcels all over the world and selling internationally. So I have for you here some examples that we can take and discuss about. So first of all, I have my mark. Definitely you're not going to need a marker, but you're going to need either to have those labels already printed on your box or have some stickers that can be, of course, sticked on the box based on the case. But for today, I'm going to use a marker, okay? Then I also printed some examples or handling, let's say, marks. They generally are either printed on the box or sticked. So they can be stickers or they can be printed. So we're going to talk about those too. Then we have our unfolded box. And then we have some tape. So let's look at the box. Before folding it, generally you have 4 sides, right? So generally you should have always written on one side, or at least generally 3 sides, the country of origin, so from where it's coming. So I'm gonna folding it back and just start writing on one side. So you always need to have the country of origin, as we said. So it's something like made in UK or made in Hong Kong or anything that, I don't know, where you manufacture it. So it's always the country of origin. So I'm gonna put made in Italy in this case. So we have in one side the made in Italy. Then we should always have the size and the dimensions, and by size I mean in centimeters generally, and the weight generally is both net and gross weight. So I'm gonna use the other side to write the net weight and the gross weight with the dimensions. So it's generally, let's say this box is, I don't know, 32 or something. Then, of course, you need space for eventual labels that you're going to use based on the product and on the handling. So we're going to look into it in a second. But other than the country of origin, the size, like dimensions, net weight, gross weight, you should consider having also the SKU, or let's say the product type. Generally, when you ship to a fulfillment center or you ship like B2B, you do want to mark properly the boxes with the type of product that it's inside, so that whoever is getting it can recognize where are the goods exactly, where is the black one, where is the pink one, where is the green one, and so on. So we'll write SKU, something like that, SKU, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it identifies my product. We have the country of origin, we have the size and the net weight. So different size, it's okay as long as it's written on the box. Then you also have the number of cartons. So if your shipment has 2 cartons, then you write 1 out of 2 and 2 out of 2 as a, let's say, carton mark in each carton. So let's say that I have 2 boxes or 3 boxes. In this case, I'm gonna add carton number 1 out of 10, for example. So whoever is, let's say, unloading my shipment or whoever is handling it knows that there are other 9 cartons associated with the same shipment, so together with this box. Of course, if it's just one, you can write 101 or just skip it, but I highly suggest to write everything down as much as possible. Then you have space for the shipping label. We can put it on the other side, so I will include the remark here, shipping label. Which generally contains all the information needed to ship the box. So it's the address, the receiver number, address, name, full name, zip code, and so on, city, destinations, and so on. Declared value in the commercial invoice, so it depends if you're shipping with the postal service or with a courier, so you need to leave some space for the documentation. you add the SKU. And then we have also the brand name that you could add. However, I would suggest to avoid adding the brand name, your brand name, because generally, especially in certain countries, people still steal, let's say, products. Let's say that the courier, the postal courier, leaves it at your front door. Someone looks at the box and sees something that, you know, has a very familiar name and something that sounds expensive. They can still steal it, right? So I would suggest to skip the brand name of the box, despite it looks like very premium and cool. At the same time, it can encourage, let's say, stealing. So I would skip that part, except if you're shipping, let's say, with an express courier where you have insurance and so on. So definitely it's okay to ship it with your brand name on it. Another suggestion is that anything that you write on the boxes, they should be written already, like printed in the box. You shouldn't write them manually like I did, neither have a sticker that you stick on it and people can directly take it out, right? Take it off, especially the country of origin and the made in Italy or made in Hong Kong or anything else, right? So just make sure that, or at least if you use stickers, they're waterproof, so it's not easy to take them out. At the same time, if it's a sticker, waterproof, yeah, it can be challenging. So the suggestion would be to always have them printed, like all the types of, let's say, labeling or remarks are already printed on the box, rather than using stickers. But of course, I understand that in certain cases you may not have the possibility to, let's say, have them printed already on the box, which may be the case of, let's say, the fragile sticker or the DG good. It depends, because especially when you're shipping lithium-ion batteries, in that case, generally you need the sticker if it's more than 1 or 2 units. So up to 2 units you may not need the sticker, so you're not going to put it on the box. But if you do ship more than 2, you stick it on the box and so on. So it may be that you just use the fulfillment center or the warehouse, let's say, sticker for it, and they will simply stick on the box. But just be careful, so at least it needs to be waterproof. So especially with the batteries, even the box needs to be a little bit more resistant, and that's the reason why in the former video we talked about resistance for packaging related to, let's say, for products that contain batteries. So it's not simply that you can use a poly bag for that. You need to have a little bit stronger box, because in case of rain, in case of, let's say, the box gets dropped, it's safe. It doesn't get damaged and doesn't hurt anyone. So let's look into the sticker first. So let's say that you're shipping batteries, a product that has more than 2 batteries, and you need to stick the label. Generally you need to write what's the UN. So if it's UN 34.8, 34.9, it's generally associated to type of battery, let's say 34.81. So where you see the stars, basically you need to write the UN type. So the test, it recognizes, basically identifies the type of battery, if it's lithium-ion or metallic battery, and then a phone number. So you always need to write the phone number, who is the shipper, like who's actually the very last person that handles, or like say agency or fulfillment center or warehouse that handles your shipment. So let's say that it's me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the phone number. So you always have the UN and the phone number in it. At the same time, as I said, the phone number needs to be an emergency phone number of the person, the latest person that shipped it, like who was in charge of the shipping. So in a case where you manufacture in China, for the first, let's say, mile from China to, I don't know, Germany, if you have the fulfillment center there, and let's say that from China to Germany you have your manufacturer phone number on it, because that's who is shipping it. But then you can, once you get it in Germany, then you will need to change the phone number into your Germany, let's say, warehouse staff or whoever is handling, let's say, the shipment, because if something happens, it's the German warehouse that actually handled the shipment and packed. If you're shipping, let's say, B2C from Germany to UK or to Norway, for example, so you still need a sticker, and of course you can't reuse the one that you basically printed on the box if you did, because the phone number is different. So even if you print them on the box and you're shipping from China to your fulfillment center in Germany and you want to reship the exact same box from your manufacturer without opening, just reship the same box from Germany to Norway, you need to change this label. So you will still need to stick another label on top of the printed label that, let's say, the printed graphic that the manufacturer, let's say, already provided to print on the box. So the phone number makes a big difference, because in case of emergency, they need to contact who shipped, like the very last person that handled it. So let's say that we stick it. Oh, of course, another remark is that it needs to be exactly the same as this one. Of course, this is too big. I printed it big so that you could see it while I record, but generally it's always like with the battery like this, and then one is like light down with a fire, and you always have those stripes, red and white, exactly the same. Like, you really need to follow the exact same format, and it can't be too big, it can't be too small. It needs to be 10 per 10, that's all. Sometimes if your part is too small, you don't have space for it, you can reduce to 10 per 7, but you need a 10 per 10 centimeter size of this sticker. But of course, as I said, this is too big. I just printed it a little bit bigger to reuse it and show it in the camera. So now let's stick it. We are gonna stick it here. Too big, but it's okay. So we're gonna stick it on one side. So we have the size in centimeters, net weight, gross weight, the carton number 1 out of 10, the battery label because I'm shipping battery, country of origin, made in Italy, the SKU, and then the shipping label is going to go somewhere here. Now, anything on top of that, it can be, as I said, the brand name, or any special handling, or the fragile sticker. Now, those ones don't have to be exactly the same as this one, of course. It can have also a little bit different shape, like, I mean, the picture and the drawing needs to be the same. It's still like a cup, like glass, a broken glass, like a wine glass, but it can be a little bit longer. But of course, the international standard for fragile is generally like the cup, the broken wine glass, basically. So if I stick this on my box, it means that you need to handle it, not handling with care, because there's another, let's say, sticker for that. This means that it's fragile, so you should be careful. But then there are also other type of stickers that basically have the same, let's say, purpose, just to let you know how to handle the parcel. So you can have handle with care, which is generally like 2 hands that hold the box. In that case, if you stick that sticker on the box, it means that people need to handle it with care. And then if you have the umbrella drawing, the picture of the umbrella, basically, it means that the box absolutely needs to be kept dry, like can't get wet. So different meanings as well for very, very dangerous goods, like hazardous goods. There are different stickers. So this is only for lithium batteries, so lithium-ionic batteries. But of course, for different types of batteries, there are different types of, or even if it's not a battery, but it's a hazardous good, then you need a different sticker and different label. So it really depends. Those are the most common ones, generally the fragile and the lithium battery label. But as I said, there's handling with care, there's the umbrella, which means it needs to be kept, let's say, dry, or the let's say the dry ice or anything else always has, let's say, an identification, so whoever is handling it knows what to do, and you avoid, let's say, damages, but at the same time to hurt people as well. So let's take this one too. Now we fold the box and we see how does it look like. So here we are. We have the front that has our shipping label that we're gonna stick here. It has the made in Italy, country of origin, DJ Good label. Better if it's on the front sizes, but for now I didn't have much space, so I just stick it here. Then we have the SKU and basically the brand name that you can put here. I'm gonna put Martina. And then we have the other side that contains basically information such as the size, 32 per 10 per 15 centimeters, net weight 2 kilograms, gross weight GW 2.5 kilograms, carton number 1 out of 10, and then the fragile sticker, so I know I don't have to drop it and be careful on it. Then we close it and we are ready to ship it. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Remember that it's really important to follow those rules, mainly for two reasons. First of all, transparency, so everyone knows, and it's easy also to get information. Where is the product? What is the product about? Dimensions, weight. It's easier, let's say, to handle it. Even for your manufacturer, if he needs to find goods in the factory before shipping it and so on, it's going to have a very clear overview of what's inside, and the standard, let's say, boxes generally are standardized, so this way you're going to standardize them. And at the same time, also the warehouse, when they get or the fulfillment center, when they get products, they already know what's inside and that it's standardized. Also, the second thing will be you avoid to hurt people as well. Like, it can be the very end consignee, can be the courier staff that generally handles parcels. If there are batteries that blow up, for example, you know, you could hurt people, so it's really important to respect. And even if it's most of the times the fulfillment center or the warehouse that takes care of those things, you should be aware, because if there's something that doesn't go the right way, you are the one in charge. Like, you're still the shipper. No matter who handled the parcel for you, you are liable, and you should be the one making sure that things are properly followed as well. So you're still going to be responsible. That's basically everything. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment, and subscribe to the channel.